we are discussing about structure of microsporangium. Structure of microsporangium. Structure of microsporangium. See, yesterday, last class we discussed about that. Then angiospermic plant also diploid in condition. Then flower also diploid in condition. Stamen also diploid in condition. Stamen also called microsporaphyll. That is also diploid in condition. Then microsporangium also diploid in condition. Then microsporangium also called pollen sac. Another word, pollen sac. Microsporangium also called pollen sac. So this is the microsporangium or pollen sac diploid in condition only. So we are taking TS of anther. We are observing TS of anther. TS of anther. We are taking TS of anther. Then it appears circular in outline. Circular in outline. Circular in outline. So TS of anther circular in outline. In each corner, one microsporangium is present. In each corner, one microsporangium is present. Then, when we are observing the microsporangium structure of here. Now I am going to share one diagram. TS of young anther. It will appear on the screen. Then I will explain again. Just wait 1 minute. Yeah, this is on the screen. That is visible. This is nothing but TS of young anther. First two diagrams are TS of young anther. Niche they are mature anther written, but it's not mature. First two diagrams. Then first two diagrams are, I'll show that. First these two diagrams are young anther. If they are asking theory question, draw the diagram of microsporangium or draw the diagram of TS of young anther. You have to draw these two diagrams and label the parts. If label the parts, then only you getting the 5 marks. If they are asking briefly explain about microsporangium or briefly explain about TS of young anther, you have to draw these two diagrams and then label the plots and write some information. Now I am going to explain something. So when observing TS of young anther, just now I said that there are 4 layers are there. First one epidermis, second one endothecium, first one epidermis, second one endothecium, third one a middle layer, fourth one tapetum. So first for theory purpose, what I am giving first now, theory purpose, first 3 layers. First 3 layers, for example, you see here, first 3 layers, that is nothing but epidermis and endothecium, a middle layer. First these 3 layers are helps in protection and dehiscence of anther. Epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, these 3 layers are helps in dehiscence of anther and also protection. Then a fourth layer, nothing but innermost layer, that is nothing but tapetum. Tapetum is the innermost layer. Tapetum helps in nourishment or development of the pollen grain. Tapetum mainly innermost layer, then development of pollen grain. It having dense cytoplasm and multinucleated condition. Dense cytoplasm and multinucleated condition. So multinucleated condition, how they are going to come, sir? So due to the failure of cytokinesis. So generally a cell division, a cell divided into and produce 2 daughter cell. One is a karyokinesis, another one cytokinesis. But here in tapetum cells, where see tapetum cells, cytokinesis is absent. That's why it giving multinucleated condition. Multinucleated condition is also called xenocytic. Multinucleated condition is also called xenocytic. So tapetum cells are innermost layer. Tapetum cells are giving the nourishment. Tapetum cells are dense cytoplasm and multinucleated condition. Tapetum cells are, polyploidy condition. See, for example, microsporangium or diploid in structure, pollen sac diploid, epidermis diploid, endothecium diploid, middle layer diploid, but tapetum cells are polyploid. Then sporogenous tissue. For example, where you observe on the screen, there is a center of the microsporangium. Center of the microsporangium, sporogenous tissue is present. Center of the microsporangium, sporogenous tissue. Then each cell of center of the microsporangium, sporogenous tissue, homogeneous cells are present in center of the microsporangium. That is called sporogenous tissue.
Sporogenous tissue diploid. Sporogenous tissue produce microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell. Later pollen mother cell or microspore mother cell produce the pollen rain by meiosis division. That will discuss in coming classes also. Then see
Genus tissue. So how this sporogenous tissue is a helpful, produce the pollen rain means we will see in the next class. But here sporogenous tissue is nothing but present in the center of microsporangium. That is also diploid in condition. Then the sporogenous tissue produce the pollen mother cell or microspore mother cell. It's up to now it is for theory, Nana. Now come to this a neat part. Now you are coming to the neat part. Just you see, wait 1 minute. I'll show the border. Then everything will come in the border. Microsporangium. Just now I have shown the diagram. That is nothing but microsporangium diagram. The microsporangium observe the 4 layers. So first 3 layers helps in protection. Dehiscence of anther. First 3 layers are helps in protection and dehiscence of anther. Dehiscence of anther. Last layer helps in nourishment. This is for theory. Just now I said. So you have to write this information on the 2 diagram for theory. Now come to neat part. So where explanation one by one required. Epidermis. First epidermis, we are observing in your diagram. Epidermis is a single layer. Outermost layer. Epidermis is a single layer. This is the epidermis. So epidermis is a single layer. Outermost layer. It is nothing but protective layer. Now come to the neat portion. Then see one by one. Epidermis is a nothing but protective layer. Epidermis is a single layer. Outermost layer. Protective layer. Epidermis is a protective layer. Single layer. Next endothecium. Endothecium means it's a hypodermis of the microsporangium. What is meant by hypodermis of the microsporangium means you just recall from anatomy of flowering plants. There is a first epidermis, next hypodermis is present. So in microsporangium, first layer epidermis, below the epidermis, endothecium is present. For example, where you see this is the epidermis, next layer is a endothecium. Of course, when you see this is the epidermis, next layer is a endothecium. So below the epidermis, endothecium is present. That's why hypodermis of microsporangium is endothecium. Endothecium also called a hygroscopic layer. Hygroscopic. So alpha cellulose thickenings are present. Alpha cellulose thickening fibers are present in endothecium. Hygroscopic layer, alpha cellulose thickening fibers are present, and then hypodermis of the microsporangium. Then mainly helps in dehiscence of anther is endothecium. So we call endothecium is a dehiscence layer, hygroscopic layer. Question number: which of the following layer mainly helps in dehiscence of anther? A. Epidermis. B. Endothecium. C. Middle layer. D. Tapetum. So answer is endothecium. Of course, question: which of the following structure helps in dehiscence of anther means A. Epidermis. B. Endothecium. C. Middle layer. D. All the above. So then you take all the above. If separate they are asking, you have to take a endothecium for dehiscence of anther. I repeat the endothecium. Endothecium below the epidermis is endothecium. It is a hygroscopic layer. Alpha cellulose fiber thickenings are present. Not only that, mainly helps in dehiscence of anther. That is a endothecium. Next, come to middle layer. Middle layer, you see after endothecium. When you observe the diagram, after endothecium, 3 to 6 cells are present. 3 to 6 layers are present. So 3 to 6 layers, that is nothing but made with the parenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells. Middle layers, 3 to 6 layers of cells made with the parenchyma helps in dehiscence of anther and protection also. Simple. Then comes to tapetum. Tapetum is very important. Tapetum, tapetum is the innermost layer that you see here. Then we are in this microsporangium. Center, then this is sporogenous tissue. This layer is a tapetum. That layer is a tapetum. Tapetum. Innermost layer is a tapetum. So it gives the nourishment. It gives the nourishment. Nourishment. It gives the nourishment. So it gives the nourishment to the development of pollen grain. So tapetum is the innermost layer. Tapetum is a nourishment layer. Tapetum having dense cytoplasm and multinucleated condition. I repeat the point: dense cytoplasm and multinucleated condition. Why it is a multinucleated condition means it having more nucleus due to the failure of cytokinesis. Question may chance to ask tapetum cells are multinucleated condition. Then statement 1. Statement 2 is tapetum cells cytokinesis is absent. So statement 1 and 2 correct. Statement 2 is the correct explanation for the first statement. It is a assertion reason type question. Now I mentioned the ploidy also. Microsporangium is a 2n. Pollen sac also 2n. Epidermis 2n. Endothecium 2n. Middle layers 2n. But tapetum cells are polyploidy. Polyploidy. So polyploid condition because of multinucleated condition. Not only that. So innermost layer, nourishment layer, on dense cytoplasm and multinucleated condition, then polyploidy condition. Initially tapetum cells are diploid, but laterally it is polyploidy condition. Then polyploidy condition. Which are the following cells in microsporangium? Polyploidy condition. A. Epidermis. B. Endothecium. C. Middle layer. D. Tapetum. Answer: tapetum having polyploidy condition. Not only that, tapetum cells are secrete the UBIS bodies. UBISH. Tapetum cells are secrete the UBIS bodies. UBIS bodies are helps in ornamentation of exine of pollen grain. So ornamentation of exine of pollen grain. Ornamentation of exine, EXINE, exine of pollen grain. PG means a pollen grain. So why I am going to mention this word here? Pollen grain having two wall layers, outer layer exine, inner layer indent. But here in exine ornamentation that is helped by the UBIS bodies. Tapetum cells are secrete the UBIS bodies. It is helps in ornamentation of exine of pollen grain. Then when pollen grain structure will come, then you know this UBIS bodies. So what is exine? Everything will come. Not to worry. Next, tapetum cells are secrete the Calais enzyme. Tapetum cells are secrete the Calais enzyme. So Calais enzyme mainly responsible for the separation of the microspore tetrad. I repeat that Calais enzyme helpful for the separation of microspore tetrad. Separation of microspore tetrad. Microspore tetrad. Separation of microspore tetrad. I repeat the points here. Then tapetum cells are nourishment. Tapetum cells are innermost layer. Tapetum is polyploidy condition. Tapetum dense cytoplasm and multinucleated condition. Tapetum produce the UBIS bodies, helps in ornamentation of exine of pollen grain. Tapetum secrete the Calais enzyme, which is responsible for separation of the microspore tetrad. Sir, what is meant by microspore tetrad? It come next class, not to worry. So Calais enzyme secreted by the tapetum cells. So I repeat the points here. Epidermis is a protective layer. Endothecium is a hygroscopic layer. Then tapetum is a nourishment. For theory question, name the layers which helps in protection and dehiscence of anther. Means epidermis, endothecium, middle layer. These three layers. Then name the hygroscopic layer, endothecium. Name the protective layer, epidermis. Name the nourishment layer, tapetum cells. Which of the following layer?
ఎవర్రా నాయన ఏం గట్టిగా సౌండ్లు మధ్య డిస్టర్బ్ చేయొద్దని చెప్పినా కదా మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు వచ్చినా నేను రికార్డ్ చేసుకుంటున్నా ఈ సౌండ్లు వస్తాయి దాంట్లో
Following term is B. Endothecium. C. Middle layer. D. Tapetum. I repeat the question. Which of the following layer not helps in descent of anther? A. Epidermis. B. Endothecium. C. Middle layer. D. Tapetum. Tapetum not helps in the descent of anther. So answer is tapetum. Matching also important. Choose the correct answer important. Identify the correct statement important. How many correct to, how many not correct about tapetum. They may chance to ask questions. So be careful about the need point also. Then after finishing these four layers, then center of the microsporangium sporogenous tissue is present. Center of the microsporangium sporogenous tissue, homogeneous cells are present in center of microsporangium is called a sporogenous tissue. Center of the microsporangium, homogeneous cells, that is called sporogenous tissue. So sporogenous tissue also diploid in condition. This is nothing but structure of microsporangium or structure of pollen cycle. Where for theory, where for need. Then you see next class we are going to explain about how sporogenous tissue helps in produce the pollen mother cell or microspore mother cell, and then how pollen grains are produced, how microspores are produced. That is discussed in microsporogenesis. Then see any doubts, sir? Then you ask me. Thank you.